The king of the north!
Dracarys.
I will hurt you for this.
I am the sword in the darkness.
Lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of the sheep.
Let me give you some advice, bastard.
Chaos isn't a pit. Chaos is a ladder.
Jaehaerys called the Great Council to prevent a war being fought over his succession. For he knew the cold truth. The only thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon was itself.
What is up, everybody? Jeremy Icenfire here, and welcome to the channel. Season 2 of House of the Dragon is set to bring a ton of iconic moments from Fire and Blood to life on screen for the first time, like the dreaded Blood and Cheese, the iconic Battle Above Rook's Rest, the Dragonseed storyline, and a bunch more. But one thing that I am equally looking forward to are all of the unknown events that are going to be coming as well, the unpredictable ones that don't have source material. Fire and Blood does go on to list a ton of key events that happened during the Dance of the Dragons and the overall outcome, but in terms of the in-between moments, and especially the dialogue, there is little to none, which leaves room for a ton of material to come that even book readers are going to be surprised by. And one thing that we are potentially hearing now that we could maybe get in Season 2 are flashbacks. A few months ago, there was some information circulating that there could potentially be some flashbacks in Season 2 of House of the Dragon, pointing to some key events from the past. And now, thanks to the Dragon Demands on Twitter for pointing out that the House of the Dragon Season 2 IMDB list officially lists Michael Carter returning for an episode in 2024, the actor who played King Jaehaerys in the first episode. And on top of that, a few weeks ago we reported right here on the channel that the actor Artie Froshan is also officially listed on the Season 2 IMDb as returning for a single episode, the actor who played Carl Corey in Season 1, of whom we last saw spiriting away Laenor Velaryon after they successfully faked his own death. Now, of course, IMDb is not always 100% accurate, but with both of these actors seemingly set to return for a single episode in Season 2, could we potentially be getting some flashbacks with both of these characters? In the case of King Jaehaerys, if he is going to be in a single episode in Season 2, it most certainly has to be a flashback, as of course he is not alive in the current timeline. And if so, this kicks open the door for a ton of potentially really interesting scenes that they could show us in Jaehaerys' past. When House of the Dragon was first getting started and they were first conceptualizing when they were going exactly to start the story, George R.R. Martin really wanted to start much earlier on in Jaehaerys' reign, and even wanted to showcase a little bit of the brotherly rivalry between Aan and Balon, the sons of King Jaehaerys, both of whom would end up tragically dying and would directly end up setting up the Council of 101 AC in order to determine who would succeed Jaehaerys after his death, and unknowingly planting the first round of seeds that would later go on to sprout to become the Dance of the Dragons. And if we are potentially getting a flashback of King Jaehaerys, I for one would love to get a deeper look at the Council of 101 AC, as the council did not only just choose King Viserys to succeed Jaehaerys as the next ruler, it also set an almost ironclad precedent going forward in the realm that the elder male will always succeed above a female in the line of succession, which 30 years later, of course, would be one of the main reasons for kicking off the Dance of the Dragons. There are a ton of interesting things that they could potentially show about the Council of 101 AC. Not only was it the biggest gathering in Westeros history that effectively turned Harrenhal into the third biggest city in the realm, second only to King's Landing and Lannisport at the time, but there were also some interesting things going on behind the scenes as well. Like Daemon Targaryen, Viserys' younger brother for one, was gathering an army of men behind the scenes to hopefully press his brother's claim if needed, while at the same time, Lord Corlys Velaryon was gathering his own fleet to hopefully protect his son's claim as well. Another potential really good option for a Jaehaerys flashback, and one that I would probably want to see the most, would indeed be a flashback to when Aemon and Balon were both still alive, the sons of King Jaehaerys. Prince Aemon, the older of the two, was the firstborn heir of King Jaehaerys at the time, and was also the first rider of the dragon Caraxes. while Balon, 2 years his younger, rode the dragon Vhagar. In 83 AC, the two of them, along with their father Jaehaerys atop his dragon Vermithor, would beat back a Dornish incursion led by Prince Moran Martell. The three dragon riders would go on to destroy the entirety of the Dornish fleet before it could even make landfall, ending the entire war within the span of a single day without a single loss of life on their side, a feat that even Aegon the Conqueror couldn't claim, which could make for a very interesting flashback scene to say the least. Or perhaps even a flashback to the Myrish incursion on the island of Tarth known as the Myrish Bloodbath, which would go on to claim the life of Aemon Targaryen when he would take a stray crossbow bolt to the throat. After which, his younger brother Balon would fly on his own dragon Vhagar to Tarth to avenge his brother's death. So there certainly is more than enough source material to go back and draw on for flashbacks for the reign of King Jaehaerys I, especially considering he was the longest-running Targaryen king in history. But definitely let me know your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section as well. Do you think this IMDB tip could potentially be accurate? Could we see King Jaehaerys return in Season 2 of House of the Dragon in the form of a flashback? And if so, which part of Jaehaerys' reign would you like to see the most? But that is going to do it for us today. Just a quick update on some of the latest information coming out of the House of the Dragon Season 2 production. And if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit a like on your way out, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications to stay up to date on all of our upcoming content. And as always, I want to give a big thank you to everybody out there for watching, and we will see you on the next one.
The king in the north!
Dracarys.
I will hurt you for this.
I am the sword in the darkness.
Lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of the sheep.
Let me give you some advice, bastard.
Chaos isn't a pit. Chaos is a ladder.